Everything felt stupid. Everything felt stupid. Like, I really just, y'all, I couldn't survive. It just was so stupid. And they kept putting these title cards up that was like irking me. Like, why y'all got a PowerPoint slide all popping up in the movie? But you know what? As ridiculous as that propeller scene was, that's what I wish the movie was. Like, I'd rather see Jason Statham punching a Meg in the face like Idris Elba did in that movie Beast last year when he was squaring up with a damn lion. Like, get Jason Statham squaring up with a damn Meg. I'll take that over the revenge side plot, corporate backstab side plot, party. What the hell was that party at the top of the movie? I don't even know what the hell the party was. I really don't. They was at a party and the uncle gave a speech by his dead sister and dad, and I don't know what the hell we had a party for. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be reviewing the MEG 2. Now, I didn't really have any intentions of reviewing this movie. I think I put a poll up the other week, but I ended up, because this came out on the 4th, and I think maybe like 2 or 3 other movies came out on the 4th that I wanted to see. So I just like, yeah, I'll see this when it's available to rent. And coincidentally, I just so happened to just watch the first MEG in January or February, something like that, sometime earlier this year. And I actually really liked it. I really enjoyed the first movie. And I'm the type of person, I love creature features. I love B movies. Like, it's a certain space for certain types of movies for me. I feel like it might have been my 100 best movies of the 90s that I put quite a few creature features on there, including Anaconda. I love that movie. So I didn't walk into this expecting it to be, you know, like Inception or something like that. I thought it would be fun. It would be a good time. I would see these crazy MEG sharks tearing niggas up. Like, that's what I went in thinking. And I also like Jason Statham. Yeah, I was a little disappointed with this movie, to say the least. I actually wasn't even supposed to go to the movies yesterday, which is when I saw this. My little sister wanted to see this, so I tagged along with her and my mother, and I literally felt like, child, I could have stayed my black ass home. Like, y'all, it is insane how they fumbled with this movie, but it could just be me, because you know what, my little sister enjoyed it. She said she thought it was good, and I thought it was boring, and my mother said she didn't care for it, but she didn't think it was boring. So y'all, it could just be my experience, but I definitely did not care for this movie in the slightest. Now, I feel like we got an odd opener to the movie. Well, you know what, not even the initial opener. So the initial opener goes back to like dinosaur times, and we see the MEG attack a dinosaur, and these other like little dinosaurs that big T-Rex was trying to get, they skedaddle into the water. Okay, that's the opener, which it's not a odd opener. That's not what I was referring to, but I do feel like it's unnecessary. But hey, the MEG attacked a dinosaur. But the opener that I was speaking of that I thought was odd was we get Jason Statham on like this ship as like the Eco Bond or Ethan Hunt. And I just thought, I was like, wait, what's his job now? What is he doing? Like, I thought that was a little weird. And he's on this ship and fighting people. They're dumping toxic waste and chemicals and stuff into the ocean, and I'm very much against all of that stuff, but the whole eco angle and the whole like y'all, the movie felt convoluted. It's like, just give me a straightforward story, because I'm really just here for the MEG. I'm here for the sharks. It's like, okay, Deep Blue Sea, a movie I love. We was experimenting on sharks, trying to cure Alzheimer's. That's it. Straightforward. We got to add in another person to kill. So Samuel Jackson is here because he's the company man overlooking what we doing. Simple. That's it. We didn't veer off on a whole bunch of different stuff and make it convoluted. I feel like this movie did. Now, I was extremely bored. We got this stupid party at the top of the movie we go to. Baby, why are we here? Ain't no sharks here. Like what are we doing? And something else that I felt like was unnecessary was bringing back all the characters from the very first one. We ain't care about them enough. Like, they don't need to be here. They're not integral to the story. The Asian lady that Jason Statham liked in the first one, we didn't need to have her daughter and brother here. We didn't need to explain that she dead. First of all, she was young. So why is she dead? How did she die? They don't tell us she's just dead. I thought that was weird, but I feel like it was very unnecessary to even mention her, bring people back. People date, they break up. Like, we didn't even need an explanation for that. They ain't get married in the last movie. They just liked each other. I don't know. We could have just, the only character we needed to bring back for me was Jason Statham. I also feel like it was weird because did he marry that lady? Because why is he taking care of her daughter? I thought it was very strange. As much as I like, what did the guy, Cliff Curtis, that's his name. I enjoy him anytime I see him. When he was in Live Free, Die Hard, which is the only movie I have ever paid to see in a movie theater twice. Okay, well, my mama paid at the time, but y'all get my point. I don't care how much I like a movie. I see it once at a theater, and then I'm gonna just see it when it's available to rent. But I enjoy Live Free, Die Hard so much. We saw that mug in the theaters twice. I liked him in Columbiana, Sunshine, Deep Rising, another good like B-movie creature feature. I even liked him in that movie Virus with Donald Sutherland and Jamie Lee Curtis. I always enjoy him. Bringing his character back wasn't necessary though. I'm sorry. And then we get the black guy from the first movie that couldn't swim. And again, he's the stereotypical, I'm black, so I'm the funny one. The only thing I can say I appreciated was at least they gave him something to do in this movie. I don't know how much, well, I do know how much time has passed. This little girl done grew up, and I think they tell us it's been 10 years. I don't know, child. Some time done passed. So within the time that has passed, he has learned how to swim. He has learned how to do martial arts and fight and use a gun and all kind of stuff. And I even enjoyed a moment. I enjoyed him the most throughout the movie. And then I did enjoy a scene at the very end, which the third act is where they throw in all the shark action and stuff like that. But they had a scene at the very end with the black guy. What was his character name? Where he has his little Will Smith, Wesley Snipes action moment where you know how you dive and you shooting. So I enjoyed that he wasn't, he was still a stereotype, but they gave his character more to do. So I can appreciate that. Now, not only were the characters unnecessary, they were irksome. And not even just the characters they brought back. Cliff Curtis and the black guy, they weren't irksome, but the daughter and the uncle and the blonde chick who was supposed to be evil, y'all, oh my god, that little girl got on my last goddamn nerve. And I was sitting there like, that cannot be the same girl from the first movie. That cannot be the same little girl. But I don't even understand why she had to be such a big part of the story. She was just so annoying, and we just had to just fit her in, and I don't know why. The uncle got on my last nerves. He was so irksome. And the amount of times that the uncle cheated death, you would think that plot armor like that is reserved for the star. You would have thought it's reserved for Jason Statham. This man cheated death so many times. I was like, if y'all don't just kill him off. And something that I feel like was a waste, and I was like, what's even the point? The uncle has a pet MEG, which is as absurd as it sounds. First of all, just like whales and all those things, they don't want to be kept in captivity. They want to be in the ocean, not a little damn tank. But we got this damn Meg who is like colossal. Megs are colossal. She ain't out in the ocean being free. She's stuck in this tank. And then I was thinking, what do they feed her? Don't animals like that want to hunt? Like, even my dogs are very domesticated, they have hunting instinct. My little teeny one that's 6 pounds is always on the hunt and killing lizards. And then my other dog is always killing damn squirrels, which I feel bad about. But like, I would think animals have a natural instinct. They don't want to be in captivity. So why did we have this Meg? And they try to say they found, I think, if I can remember, because honestly I was bored, so my mind was spacing. But I think they like found the Meg. They said as a pup. Since when do you refer to baby sharks as a damn pup? First of all, that was weird. But I think they said she was injured or something like that. Okay, why the hell y'all ain't patch her up and throw her back into the wild? But whatever. But the uncle has this thing where he jumps in there in the water with the Meg. And it was odd because all his co-workers was like betting on him getting killed by the Meg. What? Is that supposed to be like dark humor? I thought it was like, why are you making bets on a man getting killed? But he has this pet Meg. He has this clicker training he does with the damn Meg. Doesn't really come into play in any real way. I didn't. What was the point? I don't. At the end of the movie, the Meg she just goes off, which I'm glad she's free. But it really served no real purpose in the movie. And there is a part where the Meg very easily escapes. And not only does she easily escape, and when I say easy, I mean goddamn easy. It was a lot harder for them sharks on deep blue sea to get the hell out. Not only did she get out easily, we had no type of security protocol, anything. We didn't even know the damn shark was gone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Y'all ain't got no sensors, no alarms, no video footage, all the technology they got. But y'all didn't know the gigantor damn Meg bust the hell out of y'all facility. Y'all, this movie was so... My biggest issue with this movie is everything is stupid. I might just title this video, Everything Was Stupid. But come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. How the hell you don't know the gigantic... Y'all ain't got nothing in place. And when I say this shark easily broke the hell out, y'all... I just could not. I mean, I couldn't. But anyway, we go on this diving trip, right? And I really don't even understand what's going on because Jason Statham's new job is to go bust up, all these people that's messing with eco and dumping stuff in the water. But then he also with the uncle going on this dive. What if you on the dive? Shouldn't you be going out there saving the ecosystem? Like, y'all, okay, whatever. I didn't understand. But anyway, it's this dive we've done like 26 times. And I don't know who the hell supposed to be watching the little girl, but nobody notices that she puts her little dive suit on there. Nobody notices that she missing from wherever she should be because she's hiding as a stowaway going on the dive. Who was supposed to be keeping tabs on the little girl? Well, they can't keep tabs on the shark, so obviously they can't keep tabs on the child. So, of course, we had to fit the little girl in, so she on the dive. Now, I don't even understand what the hell they diving for, what they doing. I mean, I get it, they like exploring, but at one point, when we end up trapped at the bottom of the ocean, one of the people on the team say, I hate Megs. Then why the fuck is y'all here? Why y'all in the ocean? Why y'all messing with them? Why y'all doing it? I don't know. It just all irked me. And I guess, we just in here exploring for whatever the hell reason. I never understand just exploring shit. Like, just leave it alone. But whatever. Now, like I said, I feel like we just needed a simple, straightforward plot. I don't know why we spent so much time on this corporate double cross thing. Really, for me, it was unnecessary. I feel like we could have just went to the ocean to explore, because pretty much what happens is we go dive so we can explore, and we just randomly see the pet Meg, which there's like a tracking device thingy that the uncle is like, hey, that's whatever the pet Meg name is. So the pet Meg is going to go do something, so we decide to follow the pet Meg, right? And that leads us to an area where I want to say, because I honestly, thinking on the movie, I was a little confused, because I'm like, y'all done did this dive 26 times. So how do you suddenly see something down here that was never here before? But I think they follow the pet Meg and it leads them to an area they never went to before, even though it don't feel like we traveled damn far, but whatever. So they see all these other Megs, and we find out that the pet Meg been acting strange because she's in heat. And they have the shark's mate, which is pretty much us just watching the shark swim around in a circle. And we have this side plot of this corporate double cross, right? Which we have my guy that I love from Snowfall, who played Oso. And one issue I had as well was I was sitting in that theater like, am I crazy? This acting, the acting was so bad. I don't understand what the hell was going on. Like, also, I know you could act, bruh, but even his acting was terrible. And then we have a situation. Okay, so we have a situation where we followed the Meg into this other little area at the bottom of the ocean. And we noticed that there is this like underwater, what do you call those things? The underwater station. So we're like, hey, what's that underwater station? And also, I'm just calling him Oso. Oso is down here and he's in a little sub, right? But he has some guys he's working with that's like mining. So we have this corporate double cross where people that are working with the uncle them are also doing this secret digging and mining at the bottom of the ocean, taking something. And when Oso sees Jason Statham and their crew down here, he's like, oh no, they can't see us or know what we doing. I'm finna just blow everything the hell up so they'll die. First of all, you want to keep what you're doing at the bottom of the ocean secret. You want to keep what's happening in your station secret. And there's a lady that works with them, because also don't work with Uncle them. It's two women and they don't want nothing to tie them to it. First of all, just looking at the damn station don't tie you to nothing. And even walking inside the station ain't tie you to nothing other than the fact that the uncle's technology was like in the station. And he's like, hey, how did this get in here? How do they have my invention? But I just feel like it was so stupid. First of all, they weren't thinking about y'all station. Like, yeah, they saw it. Was like, hey, what's that? But we over here following the Megs. Like, I do not feel like they were going to deviate from their dive to go check out the station. Like, I don't know. I just felt like you bringing issue. It was just all so stupid. So, also ends up doing this explosion, which again feels stupid because, okay, you doing that explosion, but you right here too, and just throwing off an explosion in the vicinity don't guarantee you killing them. So he does this explosion, which F's him up. There's like this trench that they say the Megs can't get through. He blows a hole through the trench, which at one moment the uncle tells Jason Statham, oh, it'll repair itself. How the hell you know that? What are you talking about? And then that also didn't make sense because the whole thing is the Megs can't they stuck down here. They can't get past that trench. So if they bust out the trench and then you say, oh, the trench will close, don't that mean they won't ever be able to get back since they can't go through the trench, but whatever the hell. So we have this explosion and we end up where we can't send the rescue sub to go get Jason Statham and crew. And at this moment, we think the uncle and his pod of people is dead. So when we're up top, we're trying to figure out who sabotaged the sub. Y'all, it was so obvious the blonde chick was in on it. I mean, every time the camera panned to her, I was just like, yeah, it's her. And yeah, it was her. But I did not believe that girl. Terrible acting. The line delivery was god awful. It felt like such a joke and not like in a good way. I just was like, girl, get the hell out of here. So they end up stealing a scene from the movie Underwater with Kirsten Stewart. And we have to put on our little dive suits and try to walk on the bottom of the ocean to get to the station. But I thought this plan was weird because the second they said that's what they was going to do, I was like, so you could just walk in the station? Like, y'all just, what? You just open the door? Like, it's just unlocked? Like, I don't know. And I don't know how this stuff works. I ain't never been to no station at the bottom of the ocean. But you could just walk in that mug? which they did very easily. But we have to walk across the bottom of the ocean. There are Megs. There is also the dinosaur creatures from the top of the movie who it appears has, over the last 50 million years, have been living at the bottom of the ocean. So we have this one guy in the crew that was getting on my last nerve. Oh, what's that? Oh, that looks pretty. Ah! I'm saying, like, you idiot. Y'all are the ones that study marine life. Don't F with nothing down here. Anybody should know that. Like, it was irking me. And then he gets killed because after he messed with something and it like attack his face, but they're able to like get it off of him, he's still dragging behind, like looking at stuff. So he now separated from the pack, way behind everybody. It was, oh God, he was irking me so bad. But he gets killed because obviously every time, that's what you do as an animal. When one break off from the herd, that's when you take them out. So something else that I thought was weird was when we get to the third act of the movie, these dinosaur creatures that have been living at the bottom of the ocean for like 50 million years, 50 billion years, whatever the hell it's been since dinosaurs, all of a sudden, they could breathe air. It didn't take no evolution for y'all to be able to go from the depths of the ocean to be able to breathe air, whatever the hell. Running on land and stuff. Don't you swim at the bottom of the ocean? Y'all, I didn't understand. And then you living in the dark depths of the bottom of the ocean, but the dinosaur creatures would just run around in the sun. I don't know. Look, I ain't no scientist. Or whoever studied how animals damn the hell evolved, but that just did not make any sense to me. But anyway, we're going across the bottom of the ocean floor, and this was entertaining enough when they ripped off underwater, but it was entertaining enough. They're going across the bottom of the ocean. They're getting attacked by the dinosaur sea creatures. The Megs come, and we're able to, if we lose, I think 2 or 3 people, and we're able to get into the station, which I was like, damn, you can get them real easy. Like, you ain't got to put no code in. They just open the door and get the hell in. So once we're in the station, the uncle gives us a very unnecessary speech where we're looking at all the little rock and stuff that they've been mining. And he's like, this over here is worth $1 billion. And he explains like what the material is. We ain't need that. Obviously, if they down here mining something, what do dumbass humans always do when we messing up the world? Because we trying to use something or get rich. Like, you did not need to give this expose for the audience. Like, I don't know. It just irked me. But maybe it's just me, because that man was just getting on my nerve the whole movie. But we end up in this little station, and we're going through, and we get to this area where there's like an escape pod. And that's when the blonde lady, who we already knew was damn evil, pops up on the screen. She tells one of the people to kill Jason Statham, shoot him. And she like says, I control everything from here. Some kind of override, whatever the hell, child. And the escape pod, she end up making them go, so we don't got no more escape pods. And then she started filling the thing up with water. And then we get another moment that, I ain't the brightest bulb, but I didn't know if it really made any logical sense. We're at the bottom of the ocean, and when this thing is filling up with water, what we decide is that Jason Statham is going to hold his breath, no suit, swim in the bottom of the ocean to go back to the entrance we came in so he could do some kind of override and open the door to let them out. First of all, can you open your eyes at the bottom of the ocean? I can't open my eyes in damn beach water. Like, what the hell? But again, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I ain't educated on this. I don't know. But it really wasn't making logical sense to me that I could be at the bottom of the ocean with no kind of helmet on. And they try to give some explanation for why the pressure won't just demolish him. She was like, fish don't wear a suit. That don't make sense to me, because that's like if a fish need to come on land, They not gonna be able to breathe. Humans can breathe. Like, we're different species. So just because the fish don't need a suit to be at the bottom of the ocean, don't mean we don't need one. We're two different species. They are made to live in the ocean. But whatever the hell, like I said, I could be wrong. And maybe a human being can swim at the depths of the damn bottom of the damn ocean, child, with no suit. Whatever. What do I know? So I also thought it was stupid that he didn't get killed by no Meg, because them Megs be fast. But somehow, when the Meg try to come for him, even though he about to pass out, he's able to dip and dodge him, and the Meg don't get him. So then he gets inside. But now that he's inside, he ends up passing out. And also is in here. And another reason I say the movie is convoluted, because now we have this whole revenge plot part of the movie. It's not enough that also it's just a bad guy working with part of the double cross to make billions, as the uncle told us this stuff is worth billions. No, we had to add in this little side revenge plot, because apparently also was one of the people that Jason Statham took down because they was doing stuff against the environment, and he went to jail. So now he mad at Jason Statham. Well, buddy, he ain't frame you. You did that ish. Like, what you mad at him for? But it was just so unnecessary. He didn't need any extra personal motivation to want to go after Jason Statham. I didn't understand why we had it. Just, y'all, I felt like it was just all so convoluted, especially considering the type of movie it is. Like, don't give me all this extra stuff in my creature feature. Like, baby, we think about the sharks. Like, just give me a straightforward little story, and that's it. So they end up having this whole fight. Jason Statham is able to knock Oso out, go free his people who in there drowning, and we're able to get into Oso's little sub, and we get to go to the surface, right? But mess is happening on the surface, because remember, the blonde girl and the lady with the black hair, they done double crossed everybody. So we have the two guys that's with us up at the surface, and they're in this little room that they're locked in because they was trying to hack into cameras and see who sabotaged the sub. That's when they found out it was a blonde girl. And then we got these goons that we hired that's up there with guns, which again is why I said also did not need no revenge motivation. Like, you got the goons that's just here, they ain't got no personal motivation. But anyway, I feel like this don't make no damn sense. So the way Oso gets at the bottom of the ocean is in his little suit. He holds on to this metal mechanical thingy, and it just pulls him on up to the top of the ocean. Come on now, child. Okay, whatever the hell. Look, whatever the hell. So we end up getting into like this little fight up on the rig with the goons that got the guns, and we end up everybody get together. We get on this little boat, but the Megs have gotten free because remember that explosion bust a hole in that little trench. So we don't look like a meal. We don't attract them. We end up, oh yeah, and the way we got out the ocean with Jason Statham them, so the Megs don't attack us, is apparently the Megs are attracted to light. So they turned on all the lights on the station, and then all the Megs went crazy attacking the station. But ain't the station always there? Do they just never turn the lights on? Because how come the Megs ain't never attacked the station? Whatever the hell. So we up on this little like inflatable looking kind of boat, and we're just paddling slowly. But then the dumbass goons come behind us trying to get us, and they turn on their motor, and also tells them don't turn the motor on. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, also in the blonde girl was apparently a couple. And as she's on the phone with the lady with the dark hair, like video, they got like the wall, obviously, of their little facility is like glass, so you can see the ocean. And there's a Meg, and she's like, oh, don't worry, this glass is Meg proof. And of course, that's the moment the Meg busts through the glass and kills her. And also runs out and gets out, but he's like crying over the girl, which, why did he need to cry? Y'all, I done seen many of movies where the villain little girlfriend villain with him gets killed. They don't cry. I just thought that was a little unnecessary. But anyway, so we end up looking at a map, and this ain't make no damn sense. This when we get to the third act, and we're like, the nearest land is a place that translates to Fun Island. Baby, that's the best we could do. Oh my God. Come on, y'all. Fun Island. That's the best name we could go. Whatever. You know what? I ain't even finna harp on that. Like, whatever the hell. But what I am gonna harp on is this don't make no damn sense. So we have all the MEGs, a gigantic megalodon octopus, and we have the prehistoric dinosaur creatures that now live at the depths of the ocean. So we got all these different species. Why do y'all decide to go to the same damn place? Like, why? I could see all the MEGs sticking together, but why all the species all stuck together and went to that same beach? And it's a whole ocean. You could go north, east, south, west. You mean to tell me all the animals went to the direction of this land? Which, yes, it was the nearest land, but how the hell the animals know that? It just ain't make no sense to me that of all the places we could go as the animals, as the sea creatures, we all converge on this one point of land that we have to travel to. How we knew to travel there? And why did we all travel there? And at one point, the MEG and the octopus fight. So we don't even like each other, bro. Why we ain't split up? Why we went to the same place? It just really didn't make any sense that you have all these creatures living at the depths of the ocean. They burst free and they all just so happen to converge on one little coast. Because Donut Island, like, I'm in Florida, like, you got a whole coast. Like, if I'm at Jacksonville Beach and the MEGs is at Miami Beach, this is a whole coast. So if you have an island, that's a whole coast. And all the action just converged on this one little area of coast. Like this little 1 mile area of beach. That's where all the action is. Come, y'all, it just didn't make no sense. I'm sorry, it just ain't made no sense to me. And this was not one of those movies where I could let it ride because I'm having so much fun with the movie. Like, the movie is that entertaining that I don't need to be adding all this extra. No, it wasn't entertaining enough. None of this ish made any sense. It was like glaringly did not make any sense. But the third movie is pretty much the part that focuses on Jason Statham versus the MEGs and the creatures from the bottom of the ocean. All that action is jam-packed into the third act. And it was in a way that I thought was all over the place. We spent the third act jumping from Jason Statham fighting over here, the uncle them fighting over here, the goons with the guns fighting the creatures. Like, we just kept jumping to all the little different fights that was happening. Again, the little girl got on my damn nerve because we get to the beach, we trying to help people, and Jason Statham tells her, I need you to go hide in that lifeguard tower, and this can't be one of those times you say okay, but then you don't do it because I can't do this and worry about you. What the hell y'all think the little girl did? Then I got out the damn guard tower, and it wasn't like, first of all, you a child. What you gonna do to like fight a MEG or save anybody? But it wasn't a moment where somebody getting attacked and she trying to stay. There was a grown ass full-bodied woman in the water, and a little girl pushes a surfboard towards the lady to help the lady get on land. Why the hell that lady couldn't do that herself? What, did she have a cramp or something? Like, why couldn't she swim her ass to the... Y'all, it just got on my nerve. And then in the end, Jason Statham ain't mad because the girl is like, when you see someone needs help, you gotta help them, right? You gotta do the right thing. You gotta solve the problem. Girl, if you don't shut your ass up. Like, y'all, I just could not. And something else that don't make no sense is, if I'm the goons that's hired with the guns, and I see MEGs and dinosaur creatures and all kind of stuff going on, at this point, F the job I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just trying to save my life at this point. It really did not make any sense to me that we still trying to kill these people when all this stuff is happening where we could get killed. We have a moment where we all are in this little building, right? The goons with the guns are in this building running from the little creatures that are outside. And we have the black guy and the other one come in here and we holding guns on them, and then the uncle and them come in and we holding guns like don't move. What are y'all? So what's the play? What's the play? How was you gonna, like, what was y'all gonna do? Because it's still a bunch of damn creatures out there trying to murder y'all. It just did not make any sense to me, because at that point I'm like, F this job. Y'all ain't paying me enough for this. I'm just focused on saving my life. It just didn't make any sense to me. And then you got a moment where Jason Statham ass is out in the water trying to fight the Meg on a jet ski or something like that, and also out there shooting at him. So it's worth for you to come out here and endanger your life to shoot at a nigga that's already in the water fighting the Meg and probably gonna die. Like, what we doing? Like, it is. Everything felt stupid. Everything felt stupid. Like, I really just, y'all, I couldn't survive. It just was so stupid. And they kept putting these title cards up that was like irking me. Like, why y'all got a PowerPoint slide all popping up in the movie? But I realized why. It was people with kids at because I sure was like, what the hell people brought their kid? What's going on? Because I know my mama, was warped to let me watch all kind of stuff as a kid. But I was like, why is kid? This ain't no kid. I was like, are we in the wrong theater? What's all these kids doing here? But y'all, it's because I did not realize this movie is PG-13. And there was like really no carnage, no blood. The only blood we see is blood from the sea creatures. And let me talk about that. Because y'all humans get on my nerve. Y'all shouldn't have never killed that shark in Jaws, because Jaws was just minding his business, living in his own home, which is the ocean, and y'all asses went in his home to kill him. Why is you killing a shark for being a shark? I was annoyed that they was killing these Megs. Like I was. Jason Statham blew up the damn Meg. And I'm just like, why y'all killing these animals? They minding their business. I mean, they trying to kill people, but just get the folks out the water and leave. Like, the Megs don't gotta die. Just get everybody out the water. So we got a ridiculous moment where the uncle and Cliff Curtis get a helicopter, which this was so stupid. So the lead lady with the black hair that's hired also in all these hired guns, she out here on the beach. First of all, what the fuck is you doing here? Like, why did she leave whatever office she was in to come here with all these animals? We knew that the Megs and all that broke free. Why was she even here? Like, I did not understand that. Also has to tell her to, like, get back to the chopper. Like, why the fuck are you even here? Like, that didn't make any sense. Then she's sitting in a chopper with the pilot. They're just sitting there. And the pilot gets killed. But by the time Cliff Curtis and the uncle get to the helicopter, we trying to fly away, the helicopter is out of gas. So you mean to tell me that lady and the pilot were just sitting in a helicopter with zero gas? What the fuck was we doing? Why were we just sitting in a chopper with no gas? Like, that make no sense. But anyway, they got a helicopter. They over to the beach at the water. And the giant octopus attacks the chopper. It goes down. Jason Statham takes a giant, like, what is that thing called? Propeller off of the helicopter and has the strength to pick it up, bash it and sling it around in the water to get the Meg attention. Then as the Meg, which is Gigantor-ton Meg, is diving towards Statham, he's able to stab it. It falls, the Meg falls with its weight on the propeller that Jason Statham is holding. Come on now, if I'm holding up a knife and no, not a knife. Let me think of something longer than a knife. If I'm holding up a spear, a long ass spear, and a damn grizzly bear falls diving toward, like the grizzly bear is jumping on me, and I hold the spear up, I still have to have enough strength when that spear stabs him to be able to hide the Meg. Whatever. I'm not even finna be asking no questions. Something else that was stupid was the tourists are on the beach, right? and the goons with the guns are like on the island, and it's gunshots instead of the tourists. Because y'all, it's an entire y'all. This must be the smallest island in history. Cause they act like you want nowhere to damn go. Instead of just running away from the gunshots, why these niggas running to the ocean? First of all, where the hell was you gonna go? Why is you running into the ocean? Y'all, that irked me so bad. That irked me so bad. But you know what? As ridiculous as that propeller scene was, that's what I wish the movie was. Like, I'd rather see Jason Statham punching a Meg in the face like Idris Elba did in that movie Beast last year, when he was squaring up with a dang lion. Like, get Jason Statham squaring up with a damn Meg. I'll take that over the revenge side plot, corporate backstab side plot, party. What the hell was that party at the top of the movie? I don't even know what the hell the party was. I really don't. They was at a party, and the uncle gave a speech by his dead sister and dad, and I don't know what the hell we had a party for. But we ain't need all that. Y'all, I was so annoyed. If I give this a 2 out of 10, is that score too harsh? I feel like go see Deep Blue Sea instead of this. Hell, go see Anaconda instead of this. You know what? Go see Piranha 3D instead of this. Go see Free Willy instead of this. Go see Lake Placid instead. Go see the terrible Lake Placid sequel instead of. Okay, wait. Now I'm going too far. Don't waste your time, Lydia. That was terrible. Okay, I went too far with the Lake Placid sequel. But come on, y'all. Just go see the original Meg. But you know what? You know what? People probably enjoyed this. And it's crazy. Like, I enjoyed the first Meg, okay? And I do feel like we spent too much on characters in the first Meg, but it was a lot more fun. But I just feel like, man, baby, we're not here for the uncle. We're here for the Meg. Like, I don't need to see. It was just too much. Like, it was too convoluted. It wasn't fun. There was only one moment that was actually amusing to me, like funny, like humorous, and that was at the very top when Jason Statham was doing his Ethan Hunt James Bond eco mission, and there was a parrot like talking in the background of the scene. That was funny and humorous. Like I said, the black guy character, he was an entertaining part, even though he was just a stereotypical. Like, are all black people funny? Like, why the lone black character always gotta be the comedic relief? That just really irks me. But anyway, I really ain't got much nice to say. I feel like them damn dinosaur deep ocean creatures, I didn't care about them. I did like the Gigantor octopus, but I always try to find something nice to say, but I really ain't got much for this movie. Like, I hated this movie. I feel like, have I ever given a movie a 2 on this channel? Have I ever given anything a score that low? Look, I could be forgetting something. I've reviewed a lot of movies, but child, yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a 2 out of 10, because I was literally in a theater bored. I literally was in there like, man, I could have stayed home. Or, you know how I was really feeling? I was like, bro, I could have just saw Last Voyage of the Demeter again. Like, because I really want to see that again. I really enjoyed that one. I really did not like this movie. And even, like, Jason Statham was still enjoyable enough. Just his normal Jason Statham character he always plays. But even all the dialogue was so terrible. There was a moment where Jason Statham like kicks Oso into the mouth of a Meg, and he said some line I can't recall, but he ended up saying like chum. Come on, buddy. And I love a cheesy one-liner. I do. But no, that wasn't it. That wasn't hitting. Yeah, I got nothing redeeming for this. I'm going to go cleanse my palate by watching Deep Blue Sea. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let me know in the comments, how did you feel about the Meg sequel? Did you enjoy it like my little sister did, or did you absolutely hate it like I did? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.